And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you. And to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful eventually dropping lines and of love and support is truly appreciated on many levels. So with that being said, thank you. So namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you have been watching the videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell at the bottom so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just tell me about your empathic gift and how it impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the video is for friends, or even fellow empaths that are going through trying times at the moment and just needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give you a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you once again for the love and support. It's greatly appreciated. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the music I'm listening to in the background is called Positive Healing, Positive Energy, Miracle Tone, 432 hertz, relaxing meditation, healing, and meditative music. And I will post that link in the description box below. Let me go ahead and give you the YouTube channel. It's called Miracle Tones Meditation. I will post all that in the description box below. Y'all, my energy is still going through huge transformation right now. So you may see my face turn blue as well as purple. And if you're seeing that, I'm just letting you know. And the video that I'm doing today is called Programming. It's true. I've seen it here. I've seen it when I've on social media sites. I've seen it from people that, I never thought would like flip the switch on me like that. But it's all good. Our spirit guides. Oh Lord, sorry. We live close to the base, so I hear them. Um, yeah, it's just our spirit guides and our past loved ones, as well as the universe and God. They're all working on us throughout the core. Right now, going through all these situations with the pandemic of, quarantine, lockdown, and social distancing. So that gives you enough time to basically go to the root of everything about yourself that is no longer needed, whether it's between things that you really need to heal from and transform and look at it as more of a strengthening technique than a hindrance. A lot of things that we're healing from, is raising our vibrations and our consciousness in big ways. And a lot of people are still stuck in that 3D or lower frequency value of vibrations, which I always constantly send love towards people as well. Like right now, y'all, my third eye is like really freaking vibrating. I just took pain reliever for it, and I had to go to Walmart today. And then I'm just like, oh gosh, and it's been like that since I woke up this morning. But being able to see all the changes that are taking place, it's not easy. Especially if you're path of knowing yourself on a deeper level. As they call it, spiritual awakening is awakens part of the spirit that we were not known of. Not aware of. And then we have to go through a lot of life lessons that triggers, gift switches. Which is also not a good walk in the park, but it allows you to see this, the gifts that were always there, being merged in with past lives. You start having different memories of things from past lives that maybe you're finally understanding. Okay, because I talked to one of my guardians and I asked him, I'm like, look, they're on a deeper knowledge when it comes to our Native American tribe with our ancestors. I speak to them daily, a lot throughout the day, but there are certain things that will, flash in front of me and it'll leave me like confused at times. I'm like, oh my God, am I going through another transformation, which I used to, but it opens up a lot of things where I feel different. It's guided me towards different things that, will give me an understanding on what's taking place, that, we are all very special. and at times it can bring up a lot of sadness. It can have you in towards a mode of being, in solitude, because it's wanting you to really get in touch with yourself, allow yourself to break from things that are no longer serving you, allow those situations that really, traumatized you, be that reflection that you really need to see is more of a blessing than a hurt, and a lot of times it's hard to see that whenever you have endured a lot of things that you may speak on, you may not, and a lot of times it's just like, how can you say this is a good thing when it's hurt me to the core? And it can be, it's hard to see that at times, but those are the things that needed to take place in your life, because we all like signed up for different things, but we all had to be triggered in some kind of way, for us to be able to understand our purpose, being able to understand what our mission is towards the world on healing. A lot of people are going towards that, to where, there's a lot of people that are passing away from all these, these illnesses and things that's going back and forth. And there's been a lot of people, like, it's been things being changed around that, you thought was one way and all of a sudden it's another. You're like, I know good and well, deep down inside this was something different, but now all of a sudden they want to flip switches on it. And it is just like different things. It's like, I don't know, do research on that, because I keep on hearing the Quran, Quran, Quran. There's something about the Quran they're not, people are not getting. So I need to go ahead and uh, really see what was going on about that. So it's no disrespect towards people that are Muslim, or things that they believe in the Bible. That's not what I'm doing. But it's just like when I keep hearing Corona and then I keep hearing Quran, there's something about the Quran that people are not really paying attention to. I'm just bringing that to the surface, because a lot of times when universe asks me, hey, shed light on this, or make sure you put this out here, because it might be something that's already in the making for what has not yet been seen yet, because a lot of things are still stuck in the shadow, just waiting for his grand interest just to come out and peek out and say peekaboo. So there's a lot of things that you're doing when a lot of things that's been working on you. You tend to drift off to yourself and stuff like that. There's a lot of things we share on different ways, being able to lift us up, because there's so many people that are subscribing towards the channel, which I'm so grateful for. And a lot of times, you feel like you're not understood in the world, which I can understand as well. And being able to know that my videos can be able to help you in that way is very much a blessing to me, and it really makes me humble, to be able to know that I can be a part of your journey like that. Because a lot of times it's hard when you feel so alone in the world, but yet there are so many people that are relating to your circumstances, except we're just spread out amongst the world, and it's needed to be that way, because it's like there's so many places that we need to cover, allowing yourself to drip off from things that's not resonating from you, because you're allowing your vibrations to go to higher peaks, to the point where there's people seeing you and you make them very uncomfortable. You make them very uncomfortable, because they don't want to take that time of uh, transformation. They don't want to take that part of sacrificing changes, allowing them to cut ways from things that are not serving them in that positive form. But you can't make people change when they don't want to change. And then when you're going off getting the blessings that you deserve because you made those sacrifices, they're going to feel some type of way. I said, well, you could have been getting some good things too, but you wanted to stay at that frequency. When universe tells you to move, you need to move just like that. Like the song says, you got to move, you move just like that. And it's just a lot of things are changing. There's a lot of us going through very high transformation. Somebody brought up, Roslynn, hey, you didn't do the it was a video I did like almost about 2 years ago about the violet flame um uh violet flame prayer experience, and that's why I put experience at the end. I didn't do it that way because I was instructed not to do it that way, because a lot of times you don't understand your words, especially when you're going through transformation and transmutation, transcending, and what is it, transition, transcending, transformation, and transmutation. Your words can carry a lot of power, especially when it comes to prayer, especially if it goes to different techniques. For you to be able to use, my words are very powerful, and a lot of times it can wreck things, and it's not, it can be something good for me, but if it's somebody is going through some different transformation. People were like, hey, you need to do, a prayer with it, how you're doing. I'm doing very well on that. But it's just like, even when I did a protection spell for somebody, when I spoke it out loud in my house, all of a sudden it cleared a lot of things. And I wasn't even intending to do that because I thought everything was good because I smudged my house and stuff like that. But next thing you know, it was like a cat. I've been feeding some cats. I'm trying to remember how many there were, but there were like about 11 or 12 cats that I used to really take care of that, were strays. I have two of my own in the house, but there was like about 11 or 12. Now I only got like four. There's like two of them that passed away, that really broke my heart, within like 2 or 3 weeks apart. And it was like soon as after I did the cleansing of standing in front of a candle, and I was going through heavy transformation because somebody really needed that. So I went ahead and gave it to them, but I made sure I spoke it out loud to make sure I gave them everything that was needed from that. And then the next I hear these dogs growling outside, and it was this beautiful cat I called MJ because it looked just like how Michael Jackson looked in the video filmography, if what do you want to call it, with Michael Landon, um, of Thriller. And I used to call him MJ because of that. And next thing you know, he sacrificed himself that basically cleared out everything negative in my house within 2 minutes, 2 to 5 minutes after I said that prayer. And it broke my heart. So I said, for me doing those things, I have to be very careful with my words about what I speak in my videos, what kind of prayers that I do. If universe wants me to do it that way, do it that way. But during that video, it was like that for a reason. you know um constantly go through a lot of transitions. There's times where it's being seen here, and a lot of times I guess universe needs to, instead of telling somebody, they need to show it, through my videos, because a lot of times that my energy um is reflecting off in my videos. There's a lot of times that I've had strong premonitions and things finally, popped off happening between a year or even a few days apart. Or there's times that people can see my third eye in my videos. And there's a lot of times that I could be speaking about my dad. And then next, you start seeing him appear in my videos as well. So there's a lot of things that, since me going through heavy transition, that, you know, you can really see how things can take place, how transformation can take place with you, and you see how people are very triggered by you and probably start snapping. And us as Heyokas, that pretty much happens when there's people that feel that, even there's some Heyokas I've bumped heads with here, that, try to look down at me or whatever. And I found that kind of comical, but I had to say what I had to say. And then I had to block them because it was like, I said something and I said, I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to just say what I got to say and leave it there. And then they kept coming on. I said, okay, well, since I see that you going to keep at that and I'm not going to that low vibration with you, how about I just block you? It's just no problem. So I allowed myself to part ways with that. But everything happens for a reason. I still send prayers to those people and hope, they get that peace that they needed. But, there's going to be times where you're going to bump heads with people, especially if they're empaths and they feel, sometimes they feel like you're trying to reflect being inferior over them. And that's not even it. It's just you're recognizing what you are. You recognize what you hold. You recognize your purpose, and you should do that. If you're not doing that to hurt nobody, I can see if you're being very arrogant about something or very cocky, that's a different story. But if you're about what you know and you're all you are is trying to be open to learning, opening to growing, being the best version of yourself, get close to your higher self as you possibly can. And when you do that, a lot of people can peep that and they're just trying to understand how come they're not getting that. Well, they probably have, been getting signals about that, but if it all depends on about what you stay focused on. If you're focusing on other people's journey and how they're going through huge transformations and not working on yours, it's the same. As soon as I said that, my daggone energy just started changing. I'm gonna show you. There's nothing in front of me that's making these colors. So you see my laptop, then you see my TV. There's nothing that's changing these at all. So I tend to show people these things on me that is, I have nothing in front of me that's going to make these different colors like that. But when other people are paying attention to what you're doing, which I've had people, stay close to seeing what I'm doing just so they can either try to block me from something or distract or whatever. I still send, well wishes out to them because it's like when people do, evil deeds that don't think that won't go unpunished, even if you're trying to do it indirectly by having somebody else do it, it's still going to come back to you just because you were pushing out not good intentions for yourself and you're involving somebody else and getting them some bad intentions as well. But when you're allowing yourself to ascend in greatness towards yourself, you have to prepare yourself for those things. People will find you as insecurities because that's speaking through ego. When I see people going through different things and they're not transferring, but transforming in a really good way, I give them that prop that they need because I know it takes a lot of shadow work, a lot of mind, a lot of mind, changing transformation because there's a lot of things that we have held heavy from the things that we have experienced in life that can keep us back from things that's truly deserving of ourselves. I've done it, a lot of times. I can be real about that, very authentic about that. I've held on to anger from, that was, pretending family to come into my life. Not even pretending family, but people that were there to reflect my strength, that were there sent to traumatize me, turn my world upside down, hurt me in every possible way. But I appreciate what they have done for me. I appreciate what has taken place in my life because it has made me such a better person. I don't wish anything on them. I wish whatever blessings that, God has for them and universe has for them, that they get those things and they're blessed with those things. My focus right now is just on me being a better person, me helping out people that can truly relate to the things that I go through. As soon as I said that, my goddamn light in my face just keeps changing. But talking about bad things that they placed on me because that's allowing me to relive those painful moments and somewhat triggering the old emotions that are no longer there, no longer of use to me. It got me to where I was supposed to be. It helped me recognize things within myself that was hard for me to see before when I was going through things. I was going through, high ego situations. Make them pay for the punishment that they placed on me by keeping me from my father and my mom. But now it's just like, what, my energy for my father is always going to be there. It had to be, that barrier had to be broken that kept us apart for so long. That came right back and it never skipped a beat. Except the only thing it did, it got stronger. So I had to appreciate what my past has taught me, appreciate the strength it has taught me throughout the things that I had to endure since a little girl. And I'm very grateful for that. But those are the times universe says you need to be vulnerable in front of these people because it allows them to know that you're living through your truth. You're being very authentic. You're keeping it real. You're very, truthfully blunt about the things that you have endured because it's not like I'm trying to say that every good day is going to be a good day for me. But there's times, I have to allow myself to see, what, you're a work in progress. You may not get it good today, but you'll get it right tomorrow. There's always a time for you to reset, push that reset button and go ahead. And when you're allowing yourself to really do that, universe sees that. They send so many reinforcements for you because there's a lot of time you're sitting within your own pain and trying to understand, why can I let this go? Why do I hurt so much? Why does everything have to seem so heavy? And a lot of times you don't realize, but you're resisting against your own truth when we do that. And we do it all the time. Hell, I've done it. When I start seeing, posts like that, it's coming to me for a reason. And it's just like when I ask God and universe, I'm using myself as that spiritual conduit. That's what you have placed me as. So I want to use that to be able to guide towards the content that I need to shed on my mind, body, soul, spirit to reflect on others is doing the same. And it gets better every day. If you did not go through these painful situations, if you did not get that abuse in whatever way you have got it, and where you have not experienced great trauma, you wouldn't be able to help others. You wouldn't be able to recognize the things that had to take place that needed to help you grow, to reflect towards others, to help them grow as well. A lot of us have a voice, and There's people out there that speak on the things that they have endured, and there's a lot of people that are still trying to come in to their strength to be open about what they endured, but being able to allow themselves to transform and heal and be guided by their strength, not by their insecurity. Because the universe is always there for us. There's times that I feel, a heavy burden on that. It's like, I believe in what you're doing, but it's hard when you're going through the things you're going through. And it's just like when you do that, that's just like, you need to allow your faith and trust and confidence, not just within yourself, but within the powers that be as well, that will take you there. Everything is taking place for a reason. Everything is happening for a reason, and so the more you allow yourself to be guided by your vibes, your frequencies are getting stronger, getting very heightened. You're going to start seeing how folks are going to start poking and probing at you and trying to, divert you from what your purpose is, or try to direct you or try to block you, because they're going to be feeding through egos. They're going to be trying to trigger you as well. They're going to try to push some buttons. Okay, don't allow these people to pull you out of your peace. Block them on that, or if not, bring them into it. When they want to bring you in storm, bring them into the peace. And sometimes people don't like that because they like that chaos that goes around them. They like that storm. The kids that keeps things on and popping. You ain't got to be like that. You ain't got to be like them, because you heading towards something bigger and better. And I have to allow myself to know, no matter what kind of issues, problems, quarrels, chaos, or whatever is in my life right now, is not going to be the powerful blessings that I have in store, just because I never gave up, just because of the things that has happened to me, that I myself to not be, afraid because the other people don't want to believe me, or they got something negative to say about what I'm talking on. I see things every day, especially seeing something this morning that I could have really went through ego and say, see, I told you. But then I allowed myself to say, you know what, you better than that. A lot of times, instead of telling people, you got to show them. Allow yourself to keep moving, allow yourself to be, guided by your movement of your spirit, with your coven, or your loved ones, the spiritual loved ones, your spirit guides, as well as powers that be. You're moving within your strength, and you being guided by that. So allow yourself to keep moving, allow yourself to not keep those things where others want to inflict on you. So I would love to give a post notification shout out, y'all. It's just been so crazy. I said I don't mention, how many we have right now, because I know there's people that are watching me. They're trying to bring me down at times, so I'm not going to bring up how many the amount is, but I trust and believe it's very good, very, very, very good. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to Gwen Warmer, and as well as Divine and Vortex. Much love to you as well. If you're new to my channel, much love to you and welcome. It's so good to have you. Drop a line. I would love the chance to get to hear from you. Um, and thumbs up, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload another video, and share. Tell somebody about the channel. They might find something interesting. And if you want to get in touch with me privately, you can always find me on Facebook Messenger. You don't have to have the actual app, to have a page. They have Messenger. They have two separate ones, just for Messenger and the ones for the actual page. Because I know a lot of people like Roslynn, I don't do Facebook anymore, but there's a lot of people that don't do that, but they just keep that just in touch with me. Because even though they do email me, I get a lot quicker if you Facebook. You hit me up on Facebook and just send me a short text about what name you go by, and that we stay connected here, or you're a part of the Heyoka family, and I'll help you out, trying to give you a better understanding about your path and your spiritual purpose. If I don't have the questions or answers that you need, I will, kindly, get the research and stuff of lessons of knowledge that you need along the way that will take you in that direction. So, and yes, it is confidential. All is well. We're in the middle of the week. It's hump week. I mean, hump day. So I hope the rest of your week is, you're safe. Sanitize often. Keep everything clean. Wash your hand as many times as possible. Um, know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, and knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. I hope and pray that whatever you're trying to manifest into your life comes 100 million times more than uh, what you asked for, and it comes so much sooner than you expected it to. So Like I said, like and subscribe. I would love to give you a post notification shout out. And know that whatever you're doing, please, even through social distancing, make sure you give out others positivity, prosperity, words, vibes, frequencies. You never know. All those things can really take somebody a long way. And I'll see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace. Be well.